So with the first chord, should we stay here and move at the last moment? Wait and move at the last moment. Should we play it and move around as often people do, because there is a sense that something is going to move? Or and I opt for the last one, which is we produce sound. Any kind of flopping or moving around is not going to alter that sound. It's been produced already when we put down the key. We went through the point of sound to the bottom. Sound is done. Now, we have pedaling, thank God. So we have the pedaling to hold the sound. And we can use actually the long chords as a time to move to the quick notes and move from those quick notes to the main notes and again move on. The composer is telling us, so indicating that he or she wants a certain final result. It's indicated in the music. They don't tell us how to do it. So when we can connect, we connect. And when we can't connect, we have other means. We have pedaling, we have sound, we have shaping. So what would be the most efficient way? What would be the way that will also follow the laws of alignment and correct, efficient movement? So I talk a lot about shaping, and shaping, again, a whole other way of shaping, looking at shaping, not from the wrist, which breaks the alignment of the hand and the forearm and ended up very often with carpal tunnel syndrome, or the upper arm, which is moved by a heavy and slow muscle and doesn't do anything, takes us away actually from where we're going, but we can also move directly to where we're going. So how do I make it sound continuous? And that again, the issue of shaping, and that's again another look from just the going under and over. There are other aspects to shaping. When I go from this chord to this chord, do you see that I'm going forward? That already makes it sound continuous. And I can play, continue, 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 come down. That plus the tone production, the singing tone, gives you already a line, a sense of a line, whether we can connect it or we can't connect it. So, I hope you can see some of it. I'm trying to make it even bigger than what it needs to be, but you can hear immediately that it doesn't sound. And that's the difference. This little, getting a little bit higher and getting a little bit lower in the left. Gets a little bit higher after the chord and comes down. So both of them are shaping, and both of them, if we talk about the getting efficiently and quickly to the next chord that we want to play, if we realize that we are going to repeat a note, the 5 to the 3, the C to the C, with the rotational movement, we are there very quickly. So slow moving passages don't mean slow movements. Sometimes the movements are a little bit slower, as I show in the C sharp minor nocturne, and sometimes we need to move right away, but it does not affect, of course, the result of sounding slow and grave. And if you analyze it further, you will see that there are notes, fingers that we can connect and fingers that we can't connect. For example, the 3 to the 4 can connect, and if you choose to do it a little bit detached, as some on the 32nd note, as some additions indicate, you still feel a relationship between the 3 and the 4, whereas the thumb is a repeated note, so it can't stay down. It has to come up to play down. And then you have to get off. All these fingers are, 2 of those keys are being repeated. So you need to get off to get there quickly. then you have to let go of the second finger, but you can connect from the fourth finger. So we have connections. We do have connections, but sometimes not on all the notes, and sometimes we can't connect at all. And again, resolving the last note, but still expressing it, so it can continue on to here. Now, I'm going to repeat that chord, so if I sit at the last moment, when I play the last moment, I go into the key very quickly, and the sound is not very singing. I let the keys come up, the pedal is holding it, and again, I continue the motion forward. Same here, repeated, makes all the difference, versus singing on the last note. Same thing, I'm coming off, but just to the surface of the key. That's efficient, I'm not going up here. So I'm ready for the next chord, and I'm ready to put that key down in the speed and with the weight that is necessary to produce the sound that I want. So look closely, I'm off, repeated chord. Off the bottom fingers, connecting from the 5 to the 4, off. Same thing. Off. Here I can connect from 4 to 5, here I can. So again, we have to look at the issue of legato and non-legato in a fresh way. We have to realize that sometimes we can physically connect and very often we can't. And we have to move in a way that will make it sound connected, which is what I'm doing. Now, if you continue measure 5, again, you see constantly when I repeat, I let go of the thumb, I write the key to the surface, so it's ready to play. And again, I'm coming off again, so I'm ready to play the next E flat. And also, since it's a quick note, to be able to efficiently move from it to the main note. Express it and get off, and get off, and get off, and get off, and get off. So you see that with chords, especially with chords, we really can't connect. And even if we put the fourth finger as it indicated here, it would still be hard to do it, and we also are at the danger point of stretching and especially twisting our hands. And that's not going to give either good physical results or good musical results. So there's time to play it and to get off it. And as you see, again, the laws of motions move from the closest note, from the 1 to the 5. It's a repeated note. With the rotation, it moves very, very quickly. And again, off and off. But notice that I have little shaping, and I have a singing tone, and I have pedaling. And those are the 3 basic means that make it possible to get those results. Now, left hand. See, I have to jump, so we have to know how to leap efficiently, because there's no time to move slowly here. I use the rotation again, the closest note is the E flat, and then here is little shape over repeated chords. As you see, I'm writing the keys up and down. I'm not going up in the air. All I need to do is come up to the surface so I can come down again. But suddenly there is a leap. The last chord has to send me. Same thing, leap. Do you hear the little shape? If I didn't do this, if I played the same spot, that's what you hear. So what I want to impress upon you here is how physical motion, when done correctly, affects musical motion, musical expressivity. And the last chord has to send you. So you see in slow music, slow music very often it's teeming with motion, and a lot of this motion has to be very quick. So we have to know how to leap, how to jump efficiently, so we get quickly from one place to another and can be there to be able to play comfortably, technically, and be able to produce the musical results. So the music can sound very calm. It doesn't mean the body is doing nothing. And again, continues forward. It's like 1, 2 verses. I come off to the surface of the key, move forward, but singing, so it continues, even though I'm changing the pedal. I'm changing the pedal. But do you see how the music continues? It's because of the tone and it's because of the shaping. Even with the change. And I get off and wait here and wait here. What do we have here? 3 Fs. If I play them the same, changes the music entirely. I go to the first one, the second one a little bit forward, third one comes a little bit down. You have a whole other world.